All right, guys, I'm talking to Noah Coble today from the University of Cincinnati. He emailed me, was like, I want to interview you about the aerospace industry. So let's go ahead and get started. Check, mic, microphone. Yo, what's up, Noah?
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Check.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry about that. My mic was off.
Oh, that's okay. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Awesome. So you're University of Cincinnati, that's Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty close to that being Ohio, though.
Okay. So you live close to school or you were dorming?
Well, I live like on campus because I'm a first year, but my hometown's like 4 hours away, on like the other side of Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What school did you go to?
I went to NJIT in New Jersey.
Oh, nice. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So how did
Uh,
you how did you learn about me? Like what's
so I have this project for my class. It's called like Intro to Co-op, and we had to like ask some like questions to like an actual like engineer. So I use this one like website. I forgot the name of it, but I just kind of like looked through and found like other like aerospace engineers, and I just like started like emailing people, and you responded. So
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Um so you're doing like a class project?
I am, yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm ready for whatever questions you got.
Okay, thank you. All right. So what company do you work for?
I work for Lorenz Motors Corp.
Okay, thank you. And what is your job title?
I'm the founder and chief executive officer.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. The first question I have is, tell me what a typical day on the job is like for you.
Typical day on the job. Well, um, I kind of do like systems design. So I oversee how different components of the aircraft fit together. So I'm kind of looking at all of the different sub teams and what they're doing to work together in sort of like a synchronicity type of way,
Okay,
so that
nice.
yeah, everything kind of just fits together. And a typical day just looks like me working on the computer and going over finances, expenditures versus income, um, budget constraints, design constraints, physical, like, physical constraints. Because engineering at a core is the constraint optimization. So that's kind of the definition that I go by, is that you're looking at everything that is constraining your engineering design or project,
Okay,
which includes things that you wouldn't normally think of, which is the systems aspect of it, because it extends outward from the actual product. into kind of how it interacts with the environment. So, that includes human error, human interactions, ergonomics, making sure things are comfortable for the people that interact with it. There's UI, UX, making sure that all the code is running, how it's supposed to be. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I think about on a day to day basis is
Okay.
kind of this constraint optimization.
All right. Thank you. The next question is, what parts of your job do you find most challenging?
Um, the parts of my job that I found most challenging as sort of the person who's responsible for the entire sort of uh, product. Um, they I would say it's kind of 95% people and 5% math. So building the product is the easy part. Math, it's predictable. You can kind of figure it out, and it's always going to come up with the same answer. But when you're looking at product to market interaction, um, people are very unpredictable. There's different opinions, political beliefs, values, cultures that you kind of have to struggle with. So I find that is probably the most challenging is this kind of culture clash between um, my company and brand versus I would say mass society.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All
Yeah,
right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay. Um, what like parts of your job do you find most enjoyable?
Um, well, the most challenging parts are also the most rewarding and fruitful. So when I see someone responding to the product that my team and engineers design in a positive way, it's very rewarding to get that reaction where someone is excited about um, the product. So um, it's like all the hard work kind of pays off, and people uh, just seem grateful for everything that we're doing for the most part. So I feel like that's probably the most enjoyable part.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um, how and why did you decide to pursue this career path or like focus? Like, what kind of got you into um, what you do?
Yeah. So, um, well, I think the next step in evolution of transportation is going to be personal flight. Those are the just like Steve Jobs came up with personal computing, and he took things from IBM and transferred it into a package that is suitable for kind of everyday personal human to computer interaction. He packaged it into a personal computer. Um, I feel like personal flight is the personal computing um, sort of era of of um, of the next step in evolution of transportation.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I really do agree with that. I think it's a very like big thing that has like a lot of like developments that could happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think that the technology is headed in that direction anyway, and I think that um, getting into this field is kind of just um, like you just kind of want to ride the wave.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Okay. What soft skills do you think are the most important to develop?
Soft skills. I would say patience.
Okay.
Patience for sure. Because like I said, systems engineering includes sort of the human element to it, and sometimes there's things that you have to. Well, I don't know if I would say you have to, but it's um like it goes deeper than just the math and physics and like all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're dealing with it every single day in everyday life, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's almost like if you choose the career that I chose in my field, it becomes like you kind of have to represent your brand to everybody. You know, you can't pick and choose who your customers are. You kind of have to treat
Hmm.
everybody the same, and everybody's going to be different. So the what it boils down to is that you just have to be patient with the people who are potential people who want to interact with your product and um you know yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Um, so does your work like involve like any like lifestyle changes? Like, does it include like frequent like travel or like things that you had to get around?
um what was the first part? Does my work
Does your work like involve like any like lifestyle changes?
um yeah, I mean it's very intensive. So uh I guess like social life is a little bit tricky to balance, you know, because you want family and work life balance. Um, but it kind of requires a level of perseverance through situations where you have to decide between growing your company and making your product better versus choosing a night out with your friends or doing something that isn't related to your career,
Yeah.
you know. um,
Yeah, I get that.
so I would say that's probably the biggest change for me was growing up. I really like to party and stuff, which I still do, and that's still important. Like you still need to socialize um,
Yeah.
for your mental health and everything like that. But um, it kind of the career kind of takes a high place on your priority list. You
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what are like specific like job options within your like career path or like focus?
So I mean, my career path, like I said, I'm very entrepreneurial. So the door's wide open for um, many opportunities that you wouldn't even really think of. It is a very systems and aerospace and all these different engineering uh, fields that are involved, but the human element to it opens up opportunities for sales and marketing, which you wouldn't think of normally, which is like, product market fit and um, having the ability to public speak and do things that are involved with convincing and arguing points against other people's sort of convincing arguments that they have as well, and trying to
Okay.
align that. And that skill, I think, can be transferred to fields like, um, business and sales and stuff like that too. So there's teamwork involved, there's collaboration, and you learn a lot of skills when you're doing what I do. And, um, you know, it extends to all sort of disciplines, like things that you wouldn't even think are related, like psychology or, um, medicine. Um, so it's it's pretty much all there is to life, and you're kind of compiling it or constraint optimizing it into a single sort of entity that is valuable and solves problems for people.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what qualifications do you seek in like a new full-time hire?
Qualifications. I think curiosity is the most important qualifier, making sure that the person who I am hiring is going to be curious, you know, whatever questions they may have, they're going to research and kind of answer their question with some form of backing. And, I think reasoning by first principles is probably something else I look for. Like, one of the questions that I ask is, if you're at a stoplight and you're behind someone and the light's red, um, are you watching the person in front of you to go, or are you watching the stoplight and waiting for it to turn green to go?
Yeah.
So it's kind of that difference between reasoning by first principles and kind of following the crowd and doing someone because someone said something.
Okay.
So, um, that's kind of what I look for.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So, what technical skills would do you think is like most important for a person to learn?
Technical skills.
Yeah.
Um, I think uh, the fundamentals of engineering 101 is usually the first thing we learn for a reason. So fundamentals of engineering design is probably the core of anything that branches out from that point. So learning CAD, for example, is one of the most important things you can do as an engineer, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
design that you need to know to, um, get to where you want to go.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
And okay. Last question. How would you describe the corporate culture of your company?
Well, I'm a startup, so my culture is very, I would say, brute force um, and perseverance. I mean, uh, I guess. Well, I sometimes have trouble with the word culture, because that can mean a few different things in different contexts depending on how you define culture. So, like, how would you define culture?
Um, just kind of like you get along with like other people. Like, do you stay like very like focused on like what you're doing all the time? or is it kind of like sometimes you have like lighter days and other days? Um,
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it fluctuates. Like sometimes we're working, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. We're like working stuff out. I'm working stuff out while I lay in my bed, on my phone, on my notes, or doing some sort of research. And um, so it really just depends on market conditions and what's kind of going on. If there's like family stuff that we need to take care of, that obviously comes first.
mhm.
Um, but I would say we're very headstrong and forward thinking in our approach to the future trajectory of our company.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Noah, I hope that does well in your on your research and your project for the
Yeah,
class.
definitely. You answered all my questions very well, so thank you.
Yeah.
Um, One last thing. Could I get a photo, like a screenshot of like the Zoom call, if you don't mind?
Yeah, do you want me to is this okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, thank you. And perfect. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. I hope you have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the interview. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course. Yeah.
Have a good
All
one.
right. You too. Thank you.
Bye. All right, that was the interview with Noah Coble from the University of Cincinnati. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.